Hey folks, Mac T back, and I have a video where I'm going to be going ahead and replacing the bolts for the toe link. The toe link is a 5B674. I'm not replacing that part unless I get under there, so I haven't done this yet. I'm just going to cover a few of the aspects before I get down in there and start inspecting it to replace it. What brought it around was the shop told me, well, they couldn't adjust it because something to do with the cam bolts, or I think they were saying they're rusted and frozen in or something. So we're going to get under there, check it out. I do have a can of MAP gas that I bought just in case I could heat things up, and I have my handy dandy Milwaukee Fuel Stubby. I got another story on that later, but I do have that, so I can go ahead and start busting things loose to see if I can't replace it. Some of the part numbers I have here, I'll go ahead and show you guys, but I bought the nuts, and I have two packages of nuts that I bought, and I believe they're all the same, pretty much the same part number. Yes, they are. I bought let's see, I got 4 of them all together. So the part number here, as you can see, that is the part number for the nuts. And I got 2 packages here, and the other package came with 2 in one package. You can go figure. I don't know what's going on there, but that's how they sent them to me. And then I have the bolts that I need to replace. It takes 2 bolts, so that's the part number right there for the bolt. And I'm betting if I show you the other bolt, it may be the same part number, but if not, this is the part number to that one. If you want to take and check that out, that's the part number there. And then I also have the other one, and like I said, I've got total 4 bolts, but these come with, this part number here is the cam where you adjust it, and this is the part number for this one. So we have the regular bolts, as you can see, on one side, and then they are this part number, but these are the actual cam ones that have the cam on them. So gonna go ahead and replace these. I'll inspect the actual toe link and see what it actually has to have on it. But it is a suspension item, so there are issues that you have to deal with when you're doing that. And yeah, in order to torque it up, you have to have the weight on it, but you have a specific reference, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it when I actually go to torque them back up. But just keep in mind that the outboard bolt and nut have to be torqued to 129 foot-pounds. That's right, foot-pounds. And it has to be, that's the outboard one, and you have to have the weight on the vehicle. Now, what's interesting is that the inboard bolt has to be torqued with weight on the wheel at 148 foot-pounds. So the outboard is a lower foot-pound than the inboard, but keep in mind the inboard is the cam bolt that actually adjusts, so that might make sense in that, but you have to do it with weight on it. So what this will involve is, right now I'm going to jack it up and check everything out, and then when I go to do it and do the work, I'm going to have to take and tighten them up a bit, and then I'm going to pull the car, you know, forward in the garage and put ramps under and drive it up on the ramp so I have weight, so then I can then torque them. But I'm going to just jack it up for now, try to get the bolts replaced, and then I'll go ahead and run it up on ramps and do the tightening that way. But this is what I'm going to be doing, trying to adjust it, and I'll take it back to the shop and see if they can adjust the alignment. And if that doesn't fix it, I may have to replace the actual toe link itself if it seems like it needs to be. So I may end up doing that in this video too. I may have to run to Ford and go and get that real quick and get this job done. I just want to get it aligned because they couldn't quite align it very well. So that's what it is. I'm going to go ahead and get started and crawling under there, and we're going to start taking take the tire off, jack it up. You guys will miss all that part of it because it's redundant. But I'll go ahead once we get underneath there to try to take them bolts off. We'll start hammering away on that and trying to get them off. And I might even blast them with a little PB blaster to help things along a little bit because of rust. So let's get started. Folks, this is MacT, and I want you to join the MACTFORDEDGE Facebook group. That's right, go there, because when you go to YouTube and watch my videos, if you want to make comments, you have to go to MACTFORDEDGE on Facebook. That's right, go to Facebook, join up there, and we can talk about everything I do in the videos. I conglomerate everything in one place because I have help in that group for answering questions, and that's the most economical way for me to do it. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, get notified, hit that bell, and you can follow along with what's going on the Facebook group and get those questions answered in a very timely and efficient way, and also help the community as a whole. So join up on MACTFORDEDGE, subscribe to MACTFORDEDGE, and we'll see y'all there. Let's see if we can't get this one here off the passenger side. At least that's what I hope I can do. Otherwise, we'll apply some heat to it and get it off that way. Let's see. There we go. Easy peasy. Came right off. I'm going to do something different on this side. We're going to go ahead and pop that bad boy out. Can't keep. There we go. Got that one out. Now we got to work on the other one. This one here, I can probably get off. Maybe with the impact. We'll try it. See what happens. See if it moves. Oh, we got a different problem here now. We have a gas tank that is in the way. That is going to be a problem. See, that gas tank's in the way. So, now we got to figure out what we're going to do here. I think it's going to be a breaker bar or something of that nature, but I will have to see what I got to do. Let me evaluate this for a minute. trials and tribulations, I had to use a breaker bar because you can't get in here that easy. So it's a slow go. Impact tools won't fit. It's just one of those deals. So got it broke free. We'll put the new nut and bolt in there, and should be an easier go. And hopefully this will give me what I need. If not, I'll have to check the other parts here. Might even break these free up here in the center so that they can't say that, oh, we need those parts too. But we'll see. We'll just work on getting these out. I know I can't. This is a slow go, folks. So we'll pick her back up once I get it off, I guess. Because I can't get it off by hand, so we'll keep going. Oh, finally. Got that. See if I can't get my hammer. Wow, that thing's rusted in there. It's not moving on that side. So still not moving. We're gonna get the bigger hammer. Okay, we're stuck. We are stuck. Let's see what we got. We have a stuck piece. That's what we got. So Huh. It is stuck. Well, that would be our problem on this side. I guess I got lucky on the other side. Try a little more heat. I'm going to have to get a new part. May have to get 2 new parts. Just keep in mind we are like 10 inches away from the gas tank. So good thing I got a fire extinguisher nearby. I'm not getting it anywhere. Let's see what we can do with a pry bar a little bit. Oh, mother of pearl. This is going to be a problem. I'm hoping I can heat this thing up and soften the bushing in there. To get it to release. see if that'll do anything for me. Well, at least you get to see how the cams work. If you watch the bar, I'm moving it. Now if I could just get it. Oh. This is not fun. This thing is stuck. Let's see. Maybe time to buy a Sawzall. Trying to figure out any other way I can get this thing out of here. Because heat darn sure ain't doing it. And I guess we'll get her nice and hot. Try to break that. Well, we know the rubber is now liquid. And it's still not giving it up. Okay, folks. I can't get this thing off. There's no way. It's not coming off. Yeah. Tried. And it is froze. So, plan 2. Buy 2 more tie rod pieces at Ford on Monday. But in the meantime, remove both of these again, jack the car up on both sides, put it on jack stands, etc., etc. The other one I'll just pull off, it'll come off. But this one I have to go and buy a Sawzall because I have nothing to saw this off with. So I'm going to have to go buy a Sawzall and some blades and come back and Sawzall this thing off. I've tried fire, I've tried beading on it. So now we're going to cut it. I'll probably heat it up, make it go easier. and then just sawzall it off, because I have beat the crap out of this thing, folks. I have done everything I can to it, and it is not coming off. No, it ain't doing it. So anyway, time to run to the store, buy a sawzall and some blades, and I guess I'll be back with y'all, and we'll do some destructive behavior. Wonder. There we go. There we go. Got it. Don't know how much of that you guys got, but I got it cut off here. So now I got to cut off this side, and I got to change the battery out. So I'll cut off this one, but I'll probably change the blade, because I think the blade, oh no, the blade's still, I'll probably change the blade, because looks like I did a number on it. But I got this one cut off, so I should be able to pull it out once I get this one cut off on the inside. That way it just falls off. But let's try that out, see what happens.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I have an idea. Let's see if I'm right. Oh yes, I was right. I knew I was almost all the way through it. I just had that little bit left. So I just twisted her right off. Got it. Now let's see if we can pry this thing out. There we go. Oh, I got it. Yay! There it is. And that's the bolt in there. Yep, that's why it won't come out. Right there. It's welded in there. Rust, everything else. The other one's good. This is the problem. I think we're good to go. No problems. Anyway, got it. Oh yeah, I got it. I'm going to take and clean this up just a little bit. Got to reuse that. This bolt, cut it, and I had just that little tiny bit left. Just this little bit. And I says, why can't I just take the wrench and turn it and twist it off? And that's what I did. So I cut most of the way through it. And I did it with this, folks. Yeah, this Milwaukee Hackzall did the job. It was small enough to get in there because remember I'm working on the garage floor, so there's not a lot of room, and it's only so high I can jack it up. But I was able, and I was only able to get that much of the blade. Ain't much room, so a full-size Sawzall is not really an option. Getting a cutoff wheel in there, it was going to be a last-ditch effort if I did that, but this took me 1, 2, 3, 4 fully charged batteries to get it done. So yeah, it took a bit of a work, but I did get it out. So now tomorrow morning, first thing, Ford, 2 new ones, one right, one left for the rear, for the toe links, as they call them. And again, I got paperwork right here, I could tell you. Toe link, and they say it's a 5B674. 5B674. What that comes out to as a part number, I don't know, but that's what they're saying the part number is according to all data. But I'll go ahead and see. I gotta spend the money at Ford. That's all I got as an option, so I will have to do that. But in the meantime, I think I'll wire wheel these bad boys and make sure they're nice and clean and rust free, because you have to reuse these unless you buy new ones. But other than that, back at it. Clean this up a bit. There you go. Oh, shiny like a penny. One note, folks, jack stand, important. Jack came down last night and the jack stand kept the car from coming to the ground. Yeah, jack stand and jack. So if you don't think jacks can come down, just saw it this morning. So you got to watch what you're doing. Now, we just got to make sure we get this thing in the right way, which happens to be this way. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get ourselves coated up with some silver stuff, because I don't want to have things difficult. Yeah, I'm going to get this crap all over me, but I don't care, because if I ever have to do this job again, I don't want to have to deal with that. Oh yeah, get the bolts too. I'm going to get the bolt head. I'm going to pay the price, but that's the way it is. And this one too. Make sure you get the cam face liberally coated. And then you make sure you get the part that goes inside. Get that done too. So, yep, Silverman wins. We'll see if that does it for us. And this is the cam bolt. We come in from this side. This is where it gets fun. You got to line these holes up. That's not going to be any fun there either. There. And we want this down, the hole down. That's where we want it. And then you push that, and I think hammer it a bit. Gonna have to try to get it to pry in there. See, that's going to be a tough one there. Well, now I gotta try to figure out how to get this in here. It doesn't want to line up. Leverage is my key here. That's the difficult part. How am I going to force this in? That's the question. How am I going to force it in? Okay, I'm having a hard time. No, that ain't it. Has to go in this way. Oh, Lord. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I have no clue what I just did. But it worked. Okay. There we go. Try to get this lined up here just a bit. And ain't gonna fit there. Let's see if this will do it. There we go. Thinking we got her. Thinking I got it. You guys thought this was easy, didn't you? There we go. That's where we're going to leave it. Whether I got it right or not is another question. But now we're going to go over here and do this one. And I have to go out there to do that. So let's move it over and see what we got. I'm going to clean my hands up a bit. Then we'll go out here and get this bolt in. Then we'll come back in and tighten it up. There we go. Slowly but surely. Maybe with a little gentle persuasion. There you go. Now we can zip this on. I have to move my jack stand though, because it's in the way. See if that'll do it. Yeah, you can let me do that. So, you got the wrench big enough. We'll just have to, I'll have to remove the jack stand there to get at that. There we go. We now have that one on. We'll go under and tighten the other one. We'll move to the next side. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Remember, I took this one off with the breaker bar. So I'm going to go get a ratchet that I can fit in there and ratchet this. Put the wrench on there. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? Yep. Have to turn that. Now let's see if we can't get it. I need a little more leverage. Like that, huh? Extendable ratchet. There. Got that done. That, folks, is a tow bar link install. I did not torque it to the specs, and I'll put I think I'll have the diagram for what the specs are, but keep in mind I am installing these and taking it to the store this afternoon at 3 o'clock, and they're going to have to adjust these and then they'll torque them down. I'm just making it so I can get it to the shop. So tight enough to get there, and that's all we got to do. So let's go ahead. We finished the driver's side. Let's go ahead and replace the other bar. I already got new bolts in it, so it should go really fast. And just pull it out, pull the bolts out, put the new one in, slap her back together, and then wait for 3 o'clock, because it's like 10 or 11 right now. So I'll get it done in plenty of time. But look at that. Yes, no more freezing up though. That's one good thing about it. No freezing up. The inside of that bushing is coated with a bolt, so hopefully we don't have rust. And with these being new, they should be able to zero this thing in really good, and I shouldn't have any problem. There we go. Get this nut off of here. I think we got her. There we go. Now we can just tap, tap, tap this one out. And it should come right out. At least I'm hoping it will. Sometimes you just got to turn them out. Comes out easier that way. Holy cow, I don't want to come out. More than one way to skin this cat. There we go. This one off. Again, hand tools because it's tight. I'm not talking tight the bolt, I'm talking tight up in here. And rusty. Now let's see how easy this bolt comes out. Ta-da! You know what? Yuck! Oh, I'm getting better at this. Here's the deal. You can move this horizontally. You can move it this way, and that gives you a lot more room to pull it off of here. So once you release this, if you pound it this way, once you release the bolts up here, it gives you more wiggle room to actually get it out. So you can pull it that way. So another little thing I've been learning as we go, because these are oblong holes, that allows you some movement. And of course it's a cam bolt, so it has to have that movement in order to do it, but it does work for your favor when taking these out too, so use that to your advantage. But what we got to do now is do what we did the other side, lather these up with the silver stuff, and then put the new one in along with the bolts that I just took out. So let's go ahead and get that done. Now, let's see what we can do here with this one. There we go. I'm thinking we're going to do a lot better with this one than we did with the other one. Let me see where the other piece went. There it is. There we go. Here's the hole. Both the holes are the same. And the nut. Now, before we tighten things up, Can't get this bolt in. And I'm probably going to go out to the other side and work on that. It will be easier than laying on my back. There, I think we got her. Little tappity tap tap. A little bit of leverage, then we can put her in, tighten it all up, and we are done. Whoops. Get the wrench on there. Now we're going to cinch her up. And then we can tighten up the other end. There we go. Let's do the cam bolts. Just trying to make sure I can cinch it down. There we go. Now the line was probably completely out of whack. There. Got them in. They're tightened up enough now that I can drive it to the shop and they can then go here and complain about all the anti-seize and then adjust it and get my toe right, because that's what this is. And then we can get rid of that scrub on these tires and put new tires on it. So this scrubs it, moves the tire in and out, so it twists it that way. Now we can do that. That was their complaint. Now we got it taken care of. I don't know if they're going to complain about anything else in the alignment parts, but they can at least get this done and get rid of this scrub. So we're done here. Let's go ahead and button everything up and see what else we got to do. And any words of wisdom that I've learned in this process, just summarize.
Changes the angle of the steering wheel, and you make a big adjustment, you want to make sure that the steering wheel didn't shift a little bit. There's a holder up in there. And that holder, when you start making big adjustments, can change a little bit. So recentering it back up, make sure your measurements line up with what you just had.
So all my work wasn't for nothing. You know, all bets are off once I give this car back to the woman, right?
Well, tell her it's all in the green now. She'll drive pretty straight. So, yeah, once it's in her hands, it's out of my control.
Yeah. And my teen daughter. Hey folks, yeah, the job's done. Got them both off. Some in better shape than others. But this whole job, if you figure out, gosh, these are $100, just rounding up. The bolts, you're gonna shell out another $20, $30 for the bolts. The nuts, and I strongly encourage you to get them. You can reuse the one cam thing. Just polish her up on a brush, and you can reuse that one that's loose for the other cam bolt that matches and goes into these grooves that matches this. So that's not a big issue. Rust. Rust is different. Very rusty, not very rusty. Why is it that way? I don't know. But the cam bolts seem to be rustier than the stationary bolts at the lower part. Not sure why, what, or how, but apparently they get more rust on them. But they're also the worst ones to get off. Now keep in mind, you got metal washer or metal bushing with rubber around it. Inside is rust. When you put the new ones on, uses it never sees. I got it everywhere, you know, but you know what? If it ever comes time to have to redo it, whether it be me or somebody else, they're gonna probably praise me and thank me, and if it's me, I'll go, boy was I smart. But either way, I got it done. All's got to be done now is the how do you say it, the alignment. So I'll take it here at 3 o'clock, and it's 12 o'clock now, so I got a little time to clean up and reorganize my garage and everything else. It's New Year's Eve, and I'll get this car running. I started this all last week. Gosh, I want to say last week Tuesday, and here it is Tuesday. So a week's worth of work in summary. Tow rod ends, very, very difficult. It did cause me to go out and get me an extra tool for Christmas, although my wife thinks this is my birthday present now since I got the radio I wanted for Christmas. So I might have prejudged myself on my birthday, but hey, I got this, and I use this to remove this. So it all worked out in the end. But in summary, keep in mind what I tell you while the video. I know it might be a long video, but I think if you watch the whole thing, you'll understand what you got to do and learn as I go. And that's all I can say. But again, this is MACT, and this is how you do toe links on the rear of your Ford Edge. And just be prepared. Buy the parts ahead of time, and don't think you're going to get by with reusing these. Buy them. Save yourself the time, effort, and money. You're not going to save money, but you will save frustration. So anyway, do that. Do everything I said there. Buy all the parts ahead of time, and don't skimp, and you'll be plenty fine. You can do it in your garage, on your back, jack it up, and everything else. Plenty of space. If you get it jacked up high enough, use jack stands for safety, all that good stuff. But this is MACT, and whatever you do, I want you to like, subscribe, join this channel. Also, MACTFORDEDGE on Facebook. Band of One's got some great music. Mercy Girl's got a couple one-liners, and my feet hit the floor today, and I'm having a great day, and I want you to have a great day too.
Thank you for watching MACT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Girl production.
Time to get rid of these batteries.